Right, so I have to remember not to talk so loud in this. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take out this piece of a joint here. Does anybody remember the name of this part? Aoife.
Is it trench?
The trench, yeah, absolutely. And when you put the two trenches together, what type of a joint does it make? Go on, Philip.
Halving joint.
Halving joint. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to use my Tennant saw. Same thing. I'm going to cut my two sides here. Start my groove. I have my groove started there, so now what I can do is I can just start sawing normal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it over a bit so I don't want to cut my bench vise. And I'm going to cut at an angle. Just like that. When I'm down to there and at the top of that bit done, I'm going to turn it around and cut the same thing the other side. Just like that. Just because I can't really see my pencil line when I'm looking over it like that. And then when I'm gotten this side, I can just level it out a bit more, and then we have that done. Okay, so I'm going to do that for my next cut. Just be careful of cutting the bench vise. It's not the end of the world if you do, but I don't want to get loads of cuts in there already. If you only knew. Okay, so now we can do the middle cuts. What do the middle cuts do, Milo, do you think?
It makes it easier to chisel it.
Yeah, it does. So, look, I'm just going to do maybe two of them. And now I'm just going to cut straight down this time because I'm not following the line. Oops. And just check the other side we don't cut too low. Get over my rice a bit. You can take your masks off this because you need to blow dust away in that. Now, I have my cuts done there. Okay, so now I need to trench it out. Alright, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something very similar to my sawing. First of all, I'm going to chisel up the way this way. I'm going to flip the piece around, chisel up the way that way, and then I'm going to chisel level. Why do you think I'm chiseling up the way and not like down the way? Liam? Yeah, but not this side. I might chisel this side that I can't see. You know, so when we're chiseling up the way, we won't get breakout of any wood that we want to keep. So, and sometimes it comes off very easy like that, and that's alright. You just continue as normal. Now, I have a lovely knot here, as we spoke about in the other video, so it's good. What I'm going to do now is just going to do a couple of more cuts in my knot, just to make it a bit easier to chisel. Now if you have no knot and it's chiseling off easy enough, that is grand. You can continue on chiseling. But the knots make it awkward. Sometimes they're nice looking, but they are a bit awkward to work with. Now I've chiseled down to my pencil line. I'm going to flip it around and go from the other side now. Now I'm going to chisel straight. So sometimes with the knots they're a bit awkward because they might break out, so again, just be careful. Now, when you're down low enough, you can just use your hand. You don't need to use your mallet anymore. Just to pare away any little bit of wood like that. Just use your chisel. Like a knife, slicing away the meat of the wood. And then there we have our piece marked out. Okay, you can see there, it's looking good. I can see a bit of my pencil line here, a bit of my pencil line there, and we can start the next one then here. Any questions? Yes, Killer.
What are the knots?
The knots are basically, anybody know that, do you think? Before I give the answer. Liam. Yeah, so if you have your trunk, okay, your trunk is coming up here. This knot here is basically like a branch that comes out. Alright, so that's a branch of a tree. Alright, sometimes you might have what's called dead knots, okay, and that's basically when there's a bit of bark in the knot. And so that the dead knot will fall out, the knot will fall out then because it's not within the meat. If you go further within the trunk then of a dead knot, it would turn into a live knot. Alright? We'll discover that a bit more though when we're moving on in our chapters.